Okay, so in this tutorial, it's going to be a quick one. I'm going to show you how to log in and access a web-based vector graphics program. So remember, a vector graphics program uses anchor points that are connected by paths that have handles, and they're algorithmically constructed so that they can infinitely scale up or down for the most part, and so they'll never get pixelated. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to a website called Gravit.io. It'll take you to designer.io, but all you need to do when you get here is click on the Start Now option right here. Now, it might take a second for this to load, but once it does load, it's going to give you the option to log in with your Glenbrook Google account. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to log in with Google. We'll choose our Glenbrook Google account. We'll let that process, it'll spin around and so on and so forth. And what you're going to see is an application that looks like this. And it's sort of even all of a sudden, or already right off the bat, sort of looks sort of like Adobe Illustrator, which we have used before. We're going to go to Web Desktop just to create let's go to a website small just for now. It's going to give us what we're going to refer to as an artboard. So in Photoshop and Pixlr, we refer to this design space as a canvas, but here we're going to call it an artboard. Now what you need to know is that if you go to Edit Settings, you can change the theme of Gravit Designer to dark, and that's what all of my tutorials are going to be in the future. I just think it's a little bit easier on the eyes. A couple things you need to know is that we have our toolbar up across the top, which is a little bit different than what we might be used to with it up on the left. And when you choose a tool, you're going to have properties in the side right here. So for example, if I were to create let's say a star, I could make that star like so, and then off on the side right here, I could change the number of corners of that star. I'm sorry, the number of points of that star. So like if I wanted a Chicago style, 7-pointed star, I could change that there, but then I might have to change the angle as well. And so I can't remember exactly. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Negative 12.5. There we go. That's a little bit closer to what we want. So we'll learn more about how to use this, but for now, this is just how to log in and how to get into the dark theme that's a little bit easier on the eyes. One final thing, unlike Pixlr, when you create an account and you save it, you have the ability to save it in a web-based setting, which is a little bit which is nice. And so you can see that I've got this My Cloud folder, and I'm just going to give it a name right here. I'm just going to call this testing. I'll click save, and I can come back and open this at a later date. So for example, if I wanted to open up a project that I've already created, I could go to File, Open from Cloud, and then I could choose an old project like this sports team logo that I was working on. Okay, so that's pretty much everything that you need to know in order to get started with Gravit. And in our next lesson, our next video, we're going to learn how to actually create a project using Gravit. Thanks.